Good evening. My name is Marcus Still. This is Technical Communications 3302, and I'm here to further discuss, in my proposal, in my PowerPoint presentation, the a better approach to helping students that are battling academic probation and academic suspension. So, coming from my background, I've first came into University of Houston main campus when I was in 2012. Um, my first encounter with academic probation was in 2014, going into my junior year. Um, I was to sit out for one semester and then come back. And after that, it was just a downward spiral. So the first strike in terms of academic probation is they have you sit out for a semester. Coming back from your first suspension period, you are required to fill out a progress report and go to a certain guidance counselor that's provided services on campus, and you are to report this to your advisor in order to sign for classes in there. The second strike, which happened for me in 2016, I was to sit out for 1 year, and my third strike was 2018. And in that 6 year period, I was able to learn what exactly I value in terms of education. And so this argument that I'm trying to present to you is something that hits dear to my heart. One of the great things about this research is that I was able to find different resources of how different universities over time have been able to tackle academic probation and suspension and decrease the hood of those things. One of the solutions to the problem would be, as I selected in my slides, was to create a type of support group that incorporates not only just students that are struggling academically. It would be geared more towards the freshmen, transfer students who are not used to the actual university environment, and the guidance counselors themselves. In the research that is provided, a lot of the time, the support from peers is what improved the success rate of those coming from academic suspension, were able to excel from there on out and put suspension behind them. So that is one of the many solutions that we could attack in terms of that. Another solution would be to incorporate with the teacher relationship and the student relationship. With teachers, a lot of the professors, especially in bigger classroom capacities, it would be a little bit harder to establish a one-on-one with students. There was a study at the University of Seville in Spain with nursing students where they were required to have a 9 with the respective professor that was assigned to them and the student. The first 4 would be face-to-face, and the other 5 could be either through a phone call in terms of helping advise them, or through a medium like Skype or a Facebook chat, however they could video conference each other. And so in bigger environments, I would recommend, based on the study, that we could apply the same concepts. Instead of using the professors, we could use the concept of incorporating teaching assistants. TAs are aspiring teachers. They have wide knowledge on the subject. A lot of TAs are in charge of putting together certain study sessions. They have office hours just like professors. They are in class, listening to the professors, and so there's able to be a uniform per se. So instead of using the professors, you could use the resource of a TA who could benefit from this mutualistic relationship. The students would be able to have someone to guide them in order to avoid this academic suspension, in order to promote academic excellence, and in turn, the TAs would be able to get some much needed one-on-one experience with students. They'd be able to get experience from students from all within the spectrum of those that are average, or even the ones that are doing poor, and then a wide range of being able to use resources and being able to learn hands-on and get hands-on experience, kind of like what internships are, in order to become better teachers. And eventually, I'm sure majority of TAs want to become professors. So within this presentation, it may be a short presentation, but those two main approaches are the biggest ones. The first one, that problem of academic probation, and to limit those numbers and hopefully lower those numbers across the nation, is create a support group for freshmen and transfer students that incorporates both the student and guidance counselors, to where they can talk about anything social wise. It doesn't even have to just be about just school, just different environmental factors that affect their overall learning experience and their learning experience into college life, help it to be at more ease. And second, the role between the teacher and the student needs to be readdressed and needs to be reassigned with, if it's a bigger classroom, that teaching assistants take a bigger role and become much better teachers in order to succeed with the students. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.